So I want to move on to differences in justice in Jamaica versus America. You know what I mean? And like justice is our penalty or reward for our ways of and actions. So what we do decides whether good is going to happen or bad is going to happen. We're going to be rewarded or punished, right? And that's what we have control over. And with America, the justice system is a little bit different than in Jamaica. And when I say the justice system, I'm talking about the natural order of justice, because in America it's very political, but the justice like in the streets and things of that nature is really not not like you can a victim could go to jail if they protect themselves, go overboard protecting themselves. But here in Jamaica it's like there's the civil department is different, meaning like the who takes care of the neighborhood. Like, in America, the city comes and takes care of certain things, cutting trees, paving the roads, city services, And in Jamaica, it's like the community takes care of that. You know what I mean? Like, when I was in Bluefields, they would, like there would be a day, I forget what holiday, but the holiday in the whole neighborhood is out. You know what I'm saying? And they like cleaning up the streets, paving potholes, and like that's why it's like, I think in other countries like they really, like they feel like this is mine. Excuse me. You know what I mean? Well, this is mine. You know what I mean? Like in America, it's like, it's like you always that it's America's. Like America first, they talk about God and country first and all of that. So it's never, especially in the black community, it's not like this ours, this mine. You know what I mean? Like, we know that in America, like, them boys in blue come knocking on the door, they gonna come disrespect you in your house. You know what I mean? So like even within your closed kingdom or castle, you know what I mean, you can be violated, and that's not gonna happen here in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? And like, like that informer thing, like, don't be an informer and all of that. That's true. In Jamaica, like, people don't call the police. You know what I'm saying? Like the police will find out about something, and you know what I mean. They might get complaints, on the low. But for the most part, people settle their differences amongst one another, And it's usually, in my experience, it's been, peaceful. You know what I mean? It's not like violent, like how the media tries to portray it. It's just like in America where it's like, the young boys, you know what I mean, who come from poverty, nothing like, I don't know if you guys kept up with the young Thug trial, but that showed a lot about how these kids is coming up in Atlanta. It's really sad. These boys, from like before they're 10, they're struggling for their life. They have nothing. They tell you, like, I come from nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's so hurtful to hear a black man say that I come from nothing. You know what I mean? Because we the creators of everything. So, I mean, we the original people of the planet Earth, And I was getting ready to drop it and be like, because if you notice in the first episodes, I was like, like hitting it hard with the, the black man is God, and, but the God, divine element, he put, he showed me the wisdom, or just like, everybody ain't ready for that, basically, you know what I'm saying? He like, we the original man, you know what I'm saying? And I think he's right about that. We the original people of the planet Earth. That's one thing we can agree upon, right? Black people are the original people of the planet Earth, you know. And so to hear these young boys, talking about, how they come up and then they being persecuted by a black woman, and you know what I mean, like, I remember writing a tweet, about that trial, and it was like, it's not, that trial is about classes, you know what I mean? It's about the upper class and the lower class, And so it's really sad. It's really sad to see, you know what I mean, like how that trial went, And I'm not a Young Thug fan, but you know what I mean. Like I would, I don't know how I came upon it, but I came upon it. I think it was because how she walked in. Like she walked in like she was like, what I mean, like she was the Hulk. She had a whole bunch of, when it first popped, when that story first popped, when they were indicted, and she marched in with her crew, and she gonna do this and she gonna do that. So I was like, wow, it was like, it was a moment in time that you never forget. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when that's when she walked in on on the scene. So then it was like, then they arrested people and all of that. So anyway, I watched a lot of that. You know what I mean? Like it just tell you, like musicians, like we watch a lot of, we got time to follow, watch stuff while we working and all of that. And I kind of followed that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it was really sad to see. And like, Jamaica's, has this, politics and all of that, and like a wise man told me, like you find anything in Jamaica, you know what I mean? Like if you're looking for good, you can find good, and if you're looking for bad, you can find bad, you know what I'm saying? So it's all on you, and that's real, you know what I'm saying? And another thing about it, like I think this perfectly shows, you know what I mean, like the justice system in Jamaica. I'm gonna see if I can find a YouTube footage, if they have footage on YouTube about the report. But the TVJ in Jamaica, that's like the number, CVM and TVJ main stations. You know what I'm saying? But on TVJ, the news, they were talking about how this predator was accused of, preying on a young child, and what happened is how the justice system dealt with that was the man, like I said, the citizens run everything, they clean up, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, the dude was found burnt to death in a sugarcane field. You know what I'm saying? And the police have made no arrests. You know what I'm saying? That's how, you know what I mean? Like, that's a justice that I can respect. You know what I'm saying? Because, in America, it was like, it's so much politics and bureaucracy, like, and black people over there is the only ones getting the death penalty. You know what I mean? Majority of the time. And I'm not even talking about like going into the electric chair. I'm talking about as far as, getting killed, on the street by the police, or, things of that nature, or by one another. You know what I'm saying? But it go back to that great society and the man being taken out the family and, and all of that. But I'm going to move on about that. But I just want to add to that. One more point about that is about the Jamaican incarceration rate. You know what I'm saying? It's lower than the incarceration rate amongst black men in America. So, on the percentages, So, America got a lot of work, and it's almost like it probably would be better to just break it down and start all over. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know, I know a lot of good fathers in America, great fathers. You know what I'm saying? That's really all I know. You know what I mean? I really don't know any like horrible fathers, but I know a couple, you know, friends. And I'm not denying that horrible fathers don't exist. I'm just saying that they're not in my circle at all. You know what I mean? But you know, I know a lot of great fathers that are incarcerated. You know what I mean, for child support and all of that. Like that's one thing that's different here. Like you know, I don't know the laws on child support and all of that, but you know, you don't have that hatred and all of that against baby father, baby mother, and you know what I mean, all of that. Like you know, there's always gonna be beef and all of that, but you know, nobody's sitting in jail. You know what I mean? Like it don't make sense. Like if somebody's behind on their payments and they going to jail, you know, I'm not even going to get into all of that because like I'm not going to debate like everything about America. You know, the America system has to be changed. It has to be changed. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like over in Burkina Faso. You know, with Ibrahim Traore. You know, he got our people out of debt over there. You know, getting fair. You know, he's controlling the prices. You know what I'm saying? On the minerals and what they selling, and you know that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? That's the same thing with this hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, yo, yeah, like we got love and all of that, but like that's our thing. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all can't come in here and say y'all started this and y'all started that. You know what I mean? Because hip hop started before 1973. You know, but I'm gonna get I'm gonna finish this episode off and with you know what I mean, talking about that.
P Funk City G.